For as long as I can remember, I have always loved football. At the age of 7, I was just a rowdy young boy. My mother wanted to stay out of trouble. She put me into the sport simply hoping it would burn some of my energy. But the football became much more than that. Football was the first place I experienced everything from triumph to loss. It was and always will be my safe haven, place of happiness, and gift from God, whether it knocked me down or built me up. I always stuck with it, and I learned many, many life lessons and leadership skills from football. In this next photo, I was initiated into a high school fraternity. This is the starting point of my high school fraternity leadership. As a leader in the fraternity, I was in charge of making the step team better in choreography, keeping the records on file, held community service events, and initiated new members. At this point in my life, I did not have much responsibility. This was the first time I was given a position of power. This is where I realized I really enjoyed being a leader. From there on, I got very involved in my high school and took on other authority positions. As read in Chapter 7 of the Leadership in Groups and Teams, Group Evolution, groups change and mature over time. As I entered my senior year of high school, I became a captain of the football team. I held meetings, led the warm ups, gave feedback to teammates in regards to personal life, injuries, and etc. Went out for coin toss at the beginning of the football game. That's a sign of a captain's role. I became a captain at this time of my fraternity for 3 years, so I had some leadership experience, but this was different. My fraternity was somewhat a new passion of mine, but football had been there for more than 10 years. I started Little League when I was 7, so when I was given this chance to be a leader in such a hobby of mine, I took full advantage of the opportunity. And then I endured my first real roadblock. Going into my senior season as well, I ended up facing the biggest roadblock of my life. My brother, Armand Gosen, passed away due to violence when I was a senior in high school. He passed 3 weeks into my football season in September. When I thought this was the worst thing that could ever happen to me in my life, this roadblock became the biggest motivation for me. I always remembered what he told me to always remember what I love to do, and that was to play football. Playing football opened up so many opportunities for me. It made me mature as a man, build leadership, and be accountable for my own actions. As I've grown into this new community, I have accomplished many things. I've become a leader on the Iowa football team, making it the second straight year as a leader. I have emerged as one of the top guys in the country due to my leadership style and my character. In this picture, these two guys behind me is a part of the football team as well. We stuck together and emerged as leaders together. We joined a fraternity called Omega Psi Phi. Our bond became stronger. It made me a more well-rounded leader because I had now experienced leadership with my football team and my fraternity at the higher level. Not to mention, I have had many accomplishments. This past season, I was blessed enough to win the Jim Thorpe Award, be a finalist of the Walter Camp Award, and to be a unanimous pick of the consensus All American. However, with great power comes great responsibility. Having these accolades raised the bar for me as a leader. Now more than ever, I feel responsible to be the best leader possible. After such successful season, I feel that this is my turning point. Even after all my personal accomplishments in a historic perfect 12-0 season, as a leader, I am constantly looking for new ways to make my team and myself better. If I knew then what I know now, I know that to always stay humble and stay hungry for success. Even when you're in the midst of success, there's always room for improvement. Never feel like you're satisfied because then you will fall off and complacency will show. As read in Chapter 6 of Leadership and Influence, building credibility is a way to gain trust from others. Becoming a leader starts with trustworthiness. Others have to trust in your work ethic, in your leadership,